So I am at PenMar Park on the AT, and I'm going to finish up Maryland southbound and go down to I70 from here as an overnighter. It's kind of a shady parking situation here. Hope my car's here when I come back, because the paved lot over here says no overnight parking, and the other one says by permit only. There's nobody to talk to around here. So I remember this place. I think the trail's right down here. There was some southbounders that came through here right before me, or the evening before, and they caught a wedding here and got all this free food, and they were telling me about it. It's a good place for a wedding. Second video in a row we're talking about weddings. I don't know why. But yeah, this is probably a really cool place. Yeah, on the long trail I got free food at that wedding. So heads up to long distance hikers. If you're going by a wedding, hang out for a little while. You'll probably get some free food. You know they always have too much. Similar to a Boy Scout camp out. Those are often opportunities for food. I'm getting kind of a late start. It's a little after 2 o'clock, but it's an overnighter, so I think this hike is about 18 miles total, maybe a little more than 18 miles. And I have all day tomorrow because Nick's going to pick me up after he gets done working. So it'll be, he said, before 6. So I'm going to have some time to kill tomorrow. So there's really no point in going too far tonight. We'll see what happens. There's a couple shelters before the halfway point, and I'll probably stay at one of those. The weather's nice, a little cold. It's going to be cold tonight. And if you notice, I have a new pack. Well, it's a new color. It's the same pack I used for the long trail, my Osprey Stratos 50. But this is the new one that I bought a couple years ago for the CDT, because I like this color better than my red one. So it's brand new too. And so I'm breaking in CDT Gear on this trip. Got pretty much everything that I'm going to have on the CDT with me right now. Even if I didn't need it, I figured I'd throw it in and see how the pack felt. So we'll see how it goes. Sort of a dry run. If you all want me to do a full gear video, I wasn't really planning on it, but say something in the comments and maybe I'll do a gear video. Otherwise, I'll assume that you can figure out what gear I'm carrying by watching my videos. Just let me know. Probably a post-trail video would be more helpful, because by then I'll know what I really needed and what I didn't, and I can also talk about the some of the gear for snow that I end up using. So, but we can do both. Let me know if that's what you want. Here to please. And I'm headed to Raven Rock Shelter, which is not far. It's nice up here, except for all the spray paint. My orange pack's easy to spot. Somebody needs a beat down. That pisses me off. There's paint everywhere up here. Like, all the trees in the woods have fucking red paint on them. There's somebody up here at this fucking shelter with a can of paint. I'm gonna have a very serious problem. God. I see why now. There's a road that comes up to that high rock overlook up there, and I can hear people over there. And I'm not going over there because I don't want to talk to anybody right now. Especially if they have spray paint. All this stuff looks pretty fresh. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to the shelter. There's another sprayed rock up here. I'm standing in my campsite, and here is the Raven Rock shelter. Quite a few people around, but nobody's using it right now. They all set up their own camps. So I'll probably cook over there, but it's only 5 o'clock, so I might wait a little bit. And Nick is supposed to show up here. This is close to where he lives, so he said he'd drop in this evening. So I'm just gonna hang out and relax. I awoke to the sound of rapid gunfire this morning. Didn't surprise me. I've been out here enough to know that there's plenty of people along the trail that target practice. But it wouldn't stop, so definitely wasn't able to go back to sleep. And it seems to have stopped now. But I made a trip down to the Privy in my Crocs, which is a great addition as far as I'm concerned. Every time I had to get up to pee, which was twice, I put my Crocs on, and then this morning I put them on to go down to the Privy. They're already proving to be worthwhile to bring. I've never hiked with Crocs before. But anyway, I'm gonna pack up and get moving. Talk to you out on the trail. Still cold out this morning, so I've still got most of my clothes on. My pack feels really light. Not sure what time it is, but kind of a late start for me. When I got up, everybody at the shelter last night was already gone. So it was a nice quiet morning. I spent a little time in my tent. I'm in no rush today because I've got 14 miles to do and all day, and the terrain's not bad. My pack's not heavy. So kind of an easy day. Those are famous last words. We'll see how it goes. Headed towards the front lines, apparently. These rock formations are really impressive. I like it. Kind of a neat area. Nick told me I shouldn't bother going down to the spring at the shelter and get water from the little waterfall on the side of the trail. And he was right. This is great water. I'm gonna stop and fill up. There's more down here. I don't want to screw anybody up here, so just beware if you're watching this video in the summer and you're thinking about water sources. Probably not going to be flowing in the summer. It's best to stick with the designated water sources in the summertime unless you know otherwise. Don't count on these seasonal springs. Love this wall. Beautiful rock work. I wonder if the person who built this wall 100 years ago ever imagined how many people would see this while hiking the Appalachian Trail. He probably thought the only people that would see it would be his neighbors as they ran up and down this little road that apparently used to run in front of it. He's long gone, but his work remains. If I wanted to hear gunshots through my entire hike, I would go to whether you're willing to admit it or not, we do have a gun problem in this country. I've walked a lot of miles in this country and over 3 decades, and I have noticed gunfire is way more common than it used to be. Now, mind you, people don't hunt like they used to. One of the most common questions I get about long trails is, do I carry a gun? First of all, if you ask me that on the trail, I'm never going to tell you the truth, because you don't need to know whether I have a gun or not. Second of all, fuck no, I don't carry a gun. It's fucking heavy. Are you kidding me? What am I gonna do? Shoot squirrels and eat them for dinner out here? I don't think so. They're showing very little faith in God. Hey, you need a gun if you're gonna go out and interact with the public and nature. That's fear. You're not tough. That's being afraid. A grizzly bear? The grizzly bear's gonna have his way with me. Either way, if I die, I will not wish that I had a gun. Never. Brand new privy at the Ensign Cowl shelter, and I have a knack of knowing exactly when to use privies. Look at that little pack. I'm not kidding. That's half the size of the pack that I carried on the AT in 1994 or 1995. In my opinion, as a firefighter, they put this way too close to the shelter. Some dry weather, some drunk people. Bye-bye, shelter. So if you want to talk about fire safety, it's bad enough that that deck is right there. And then for some reason, they've got this on the side. Look down in between these cracks. See all that fuel, that dry leaves, and we call that fuel. All it takes is one spark to get in there. That's the perfect place to start a fire by accident. Luckily, there's some concrete here next to it, but right above the concrete is logs. So, I don't know. Would a flame from this catch the logs on fire? Why find out? Why is it so close? Why? I haven't heard a single shot since lunchtime. So that's good. Got a little worked up. I feel better now. Maybe I needed to eat lunch too. But I'm telling you, that was aggravating. Bang, bang. Pop, 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 bang. I'm getting a little bit of light rain right now. Not bad at all. But I went ahead and put my jacket on and my pack cover on. And I just hope that it stops. But really, it wouldn't be a dry run for a long distance hike unless you got wet, right? Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. This is the view from Black Rock. Probably be able to see a little farther if it wasn't lightly raining. These photos were taken at Pine Knob Shelter, the last stop before I70. When I got back to the car at PenMar Park, it was still there. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.